This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News this morning in high definition.
Good morning, everybody. It is 2:28. I'm Dave McCann. There's a look at the Frontier. In just a few minutes, that historic Las Vegas hotel and casino will become history. Sky Witness 8 to look over the Frontier this morning with a live picture of the facility and all. We have 13 cameras in place for the implosion, so we can give you a look at the blast from just about every angle over the course of the morning. And we're streaming the implosion live on our website, lasvegasnow.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave McCann. We begin with our camera in the sky. We're the only station this morning bringing you live high-definition pictures of the implosion. Ken Smith up early with us in the helicopter with a look from above. Good morning, Ken.
And good morning, Dave, and great to be up here. This is my first implosion and also the first in high definition here in Las Vegas. Right now we're looking at live pictures right here on Las Vegas Boulevard, right in front of the Wynn Hotel. A lot of folks have been staking out various areas to try to find just that sweet spot to watch the implosion happening very shortly. This is the top of the Wynn Garage. A lot of folks up here actually this is actually a really smart spot there. They're all hanging out and taking pictures of the Wynn Hotel. Once again, that's going to be on top of the parking garage. A lot of folks are down here lining Las Vegas Boulevard, which is shut down, by the way, both northbound and southbound from Spring Mountain on up a little bit to about Circus Drive. So that's going to be the stretch where Las Vegas Boulevard is shut down. Many of our folks are down around Fashion Show Lane, and also a few folks actually lining up along the Desert Inn Super Arterial, actually parked out here this morning along the stretch of the DI Super Arterial before Metro shut it down. So it looks like the Metro is trying to clear out some of the folks that are actually parked up here, but they were trying to sneak and park in that area. But once again, we're continuing to follow a really, really cool thing here. The Frontier coming down here shortly. Dave will sit it back downstairs.
All right, thank you, Ken. Crews have been preparing the building for 2.5 months now. Everything's been removed, all the furniture, the drywall. All that's really left inside now is that concrete shell and, of course, the dynamite and other materials for the implosion. Channel 8 was given an exclusive look inside the building as crews made sure everything was in place for today. There's more than 1,000 pounds of explosives in 6,200 locations ready to be detonated. Officials from Clark County's Air Quality Department and also from the fire department are out there now. They're going to make the final call on whether or not the conditions are just right. Some winds could cause some frustration, but it's been pretty calm all night long. Fireworks are underway. There'll be 6 minutes of fireworks and then the implosion. Let's listen in and watch history. You can hear some of the revelers looking on. It's like the 4th of July. Just driving on my way into work today. People lining up with blankets and cameras and stuff to eat. Nobody can turn implosions into a party like Las Vegas. The Frontier began as a nightclub in the 1930s, became the Hotel Last Frontier in 1942, was named the New Frontier in the 1950s. The hotel was the distinction, has the distinction of hosting Elvis Presley's first Las Vegas appearance in 1956, and the final performance of Diana Ross and the Supremes in 1970. Ronald Reagan performed there. Siegfried and Roy performed there. The Frontier also famous for one of the longest strikes in U.S. history, which lasted 6.5 years and finally got resolved in 1998. 8 months ago, its next-door neighbor, the Stardust, was imploded in similar fashion. And the buildings around it now, the Trump Towers, the Wynn, everything much taller. And the Frontier and the Stardust, which used to stand alone in that area of the Strip, now nothing more than rather small hotels during their final hours. Once the Frontier goes down, they'll, of course, haul out the debris and make way for a new luxury hotel and casino, a replica of the Plaza in New York City. The Elad Group bought the property for $1.25 billion. They'll make a 3,500-room casino, put some restaurants in there, convention space, and the Plaza is expected to be opened in 2011. 2 more minutes now of fireworks, and then the grand implosion of the Frontier. Getting a good look at a number of our camera angles that'll allow us to see the building come down from a whole bunch of different viewpoints. Now Sky Witness 8 high above. We're told about 60 more seconds of the Frontier as we have come to know it over the years in Las Vegas. Be a grand finale of fireworks, and then the main event. Frontier's last blast, and now it's showtime. Dust, a whole lot of memories. Structures we mentioned that went up in the 40s, and here It is rubble. And an impressive show, I might add. 6 minutes of fireworks, a 10-second countdown, which we saw, which was similar to the Stardust, and then down it went. It takes so long to go up, and in a matter of seconds, down they go like a prize fighter who just took one on the chin. That's what's left of the new frontier, which is now officially the old frontier, and it will make way for the Plaza Hotel Casino, which will rise from its dust over the next few years. You see that smoke, dust, which will linger in the area for some time. One of the setbacks of having a really good seat for an implosion is all that dust is now over everybody that had a really good seat. And it'll drift our way, Channel 8 just across the street. There's the wind and the encore. You see the direction of the wind, and that will move the dust and debris around the valley a little bit. So the frontier is gone, and we want to show you what's going to come up in its place. As we mentioned, 1,000 tons of concrete and debris, now rubble. And up next, once they clean up the debris, will be a luxury hotel and casino, which will be reminiscent of the Plaza Hotel and Casino, which currently stands in New York City. Let's take another look at the implosion a moment ago from just across the street from us. And that was the structure prior to the blast, and down it goes. Ken Smith is up in Sky Witness 8. Had a bird's eye view of the structure going down. Let me ask Ken.
Unbelievable.
Ken, what'd you think?
Yeah. Unbelievable. We actually could feel the vibration up here in the air. We're not even on the ground or touching the ground. We're up here about 700 feet above the old frontier, and literally the old frontier. We could actually feel the vibration as it was coming down. And all that smoke, all those folks that were sitting on top of the wind parking garage, they're the ones, the recipients of the smoke. I was advising people yesterday to make sure to bring like a dust mask if they were going to be going out to the implosion. And hopefully some of those folks did. Now the frontier sign is still up there along Las Vegas Boulevard. We're noticing that, and Las Vegas Boulevard, of course, is going to remain shut down at least for a while. They'll probably open up the DI Super Arterial shortly. That is still closed off at the moment, and also some of the surrounding streets like Fashion Show Lane, that is still closed down. But portion of the old hotel is still up. I don't know when they're going to be imploding that, or if they are going to implode that portion of it. But look at that. There's the rubble as the dust clears, so we can say sayonara to the Frontier Hotel, and all those poor folks, Dave, down here. Look at this. Oh, geez. And it looks like we're going to have some. You breathe it all in, and street sweepers out here, and the wind crews are going to have a lot of time. They're going to have to spend a lot of time cleaning this mess up.
All right, Ken, good job up there. Some good views of the implosion in high definition. Again, that's the debris which has blown over next to us, which is right next to Wynn, Las Vegas. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll show you the implosion from all kinds of angles. Again, we had 12 camera angles for this blast, and we'll show that to you and have it for you all morning long. Live coverage of the implosion of the Frontier right here on Eyewitness News. Appreciate you being with us, and we'll see you in a few hours. You can also go to the website, LasVegasNow.com, if you want to see the implosion over and over and over again before we come back on at 5 o'clock and continue our coverage. The Frontier, down it goes. The Plaza will rise up in its dust, and we'll see you at 5 o'clock.
Machine guns ready to go.